Hey guys, Freedom here. This video is going to be about AR-15s, questions and answers. I get a lot of PMs about ARs and rifles in general all the time. I figured I would just put a video together and kind of address all of them together. First question I get all the time is, what's better, an AR or an AK? Well, that's kind of like saying what came first, chicken or the egg. The AK-47 is probably the best semi-automatic rifle design ever. Very reliable, has a hard-hitting 30 caliber round, piston system. You can probably shoot 10,000 rounds through this without cleaning it, besides swabbing the barrel of any buildup. But the interior mechanisms, the reason it is so good is it's a sloppy gun. It's designed to be that way, so crap can get in there and it won't jam. Now, that being said, this is not my favorite. This is my AK Mac 90 underfolder. I do like it a lot, but that is not my main choice. I like the AR-15. I'm going to give you a brief, let you look at a brief history on the AR-15. You can pause this, do whatever you got to do. It was designed by Eugene Stoner, which was an aircraft designer. Now, a lot of people like to say, well, AK or AR-15s aren't reliable, they jam, blah blah blah. Well, they're listening to what they've been told by other people for the last 40 years. The big stigmatism from ARs comes from the Vietnam War. Now, there was a few reasons they had problems with the ARs in the Vietnam War. First off, they didn't issue AR-15s with cleaning kits. The retard military thought that they were so futuristic of a design that they didn't even need to be cleaned. They were self-cleaning. Well, Stoner never told them that. Nobody ever told them that. They just assumed. So they were shipped out in a humid, wet jungle with no cleaning kits. Secondly, and a lot of people aren't aware of this, with the ammo contract that they got for the new 5.56 round, they went with and I'm sure other people can comment better than this below me, but I'm going to do it in layman's terms. They used a different type of gunpowder that was extremely dirty. It was not what Stoner designed the weapon around. So you add a very dirty round in a humid area, in a gas impingement system, which the AR is, the bolt recycles by the gas, in a humid area with no cleaning kits, yeah, you're just asking for trouble. Now, a lot of people say, well, you can just avoid that and go with the AK. I cannot dispute you there. You're not wrong. But an AR-15 is a very, very reliable rifle. You shoot normal ammunition through it, not cheap shit, normal ammunition through it. I've put, I think, around 1,300 rounds through one AR in one day. It was about the most I was ever able to get through it, and I didn't have any issues. They're very reliable weapons. Yes, you do have to clean them. AKs you can leave a little dirtier. That being said, the reason our military went with and I keep saying AR-15, it's actually the M16. AR-15 is the civilian semi-automatic version. The M16 is the full auto or 3-round burst version. But and again, don't take anything I'm saying for verbatim. I'm just trying to get information out there. I don't have a pause button when I make these videos. I can't stop and oh, I misspoke, and I just kind of got to roll with it, and it is what it is. So don't take what I'm saying 100% to heart. Just trying to share some generalized information. You can do your own homework and find it out. But yeah, I mean, an AR cannot take the nastiness as necessarily as an AK. But that being said, our military has been using them for the last 40, 50 years. I mean, it was designed in 57, and they don't seem to have a problem with it. I mean, if there was still an issue, our military pisses away enough money on a daily basis, I'm sure they wouldn't have had a problem. The way I look at it, it was good enough for them, it's good enough for us. It's still an active service today. They're trying to replace it with the SCAR or the ACR or any of those weapons. And just while I'm on the topic, yes, I think the SCAR, I own a SCAR 308, fantastic rifle. ACR, I don't like so much. They're very heavy. To me, not a good choice. Just my personal preference for anybody who cared. Now, an AR-15 is extremely simple, in my opinion, to assemble, disassemble. It might be a little more complicated for some, but we'll give you the basic of what the mechanisms look like. Now, I stated in my previous video, this is an AR-15 lower. This is the only part that is registered on your gun. All the other parts are not. One important thing, this is the bolt assembly and upper. And most of this, unless you're really getting into gun building, all of this, most of it will all be pre-assembled. You will not have to mess with this, which is an upper. You just put the upper, which is here, mount it on the lower. Anyhow, one important thing people need to know, and I meant to state in my last video, the lowers. If you plan on assembling AR, there's a couple important things you need to know if you're going to make some changes. This here is an AR rifle. It's classified as an AR rifle. If you put this pistol barrel on there, you are going to jail for a very, very long time. That is a no-no. This is an AR pistol barrel. What's the difference? This is a 16-inch barrel. This is an 8-inch barrel. This lower is classified as a rifle. You cannot put this on here. Even if you take that off and put a air pistol buffer tube on, that is still illegal. If this is classified as a rifle, the only legal way to do that is you have to get the tax stamp, just like you bought a silencer or a fully auto, and have it re-registered. Now, they make lowers that are specifically pistol barrel lowers. So therefore, you can have a pistol barrel, but you cannot put a rifle upper on it because you're altering the weapon. The great thing about these lowers that I showed in my last video is these are labeled as other. They're not a pistol or a rifle. You're going to designate that by the way you assemble them. So that's something you want to check out when you're getting them. How are these listed with the ATF and their serial numbers, or the government, or however they're done? These are listed as other. So I am able to put a pistol buffer tube on here and install my pistol upper on it, and that's 100% legal. So I could do all 10 of these like that if I wanted to. Or I could do half and half. So that's something very important everybody should be aware of. Now, a lot of people say, what kind, what brand, Colt. Well, Colt was, the original. Bushmaster was, I believe they got the license for a long period of time. I think they were the only ones allowed to manufacture parts. And then when everybody and their uncle started manufacturing lowers, these are called double tap. I don't really care who the manufacturer is. For a perfect example, I have and I don't know if you can see this, and I apologize, and I use this damn iPhone, and black doesn't show up on here real well, but Superior Arms, okay? To me, that's a no-name company. I've never heard of them before. That being said, that lower that this upper is sitting on is one of my favorite ARs to shoot. I love this heavy fluted barrel, which is made by DPMS, which a lot of the barrels are made by DPMS today. I just love shooting this one, just the way I have it set up. It's great. That being said, remember, all these lowers are mil spec. Now, there are going to be a bunch of people probably arguing with me. These are mil spec, meaning they have to follow the military design. Now, the tolerances do vary. They're not all going to be 100% equal. This manufacturer from that manufacturer, that manufacturer. There are tolerance allowments. That being said, 99% of you are never going to have a freaking clue the difference. So don't sweat it. Those of you that are gung-ho G.I. Joe AR assemblers, stick to doing what you're doing, what makes you happy. But for the rest of you out there, I don't care if it's Bushmaster. I don't care if it's DPMS. An up-and-comer, they're fantastic ARs. I think you can get a brand new AR Sporticle flat top for $700. I mean, you can't beat the deal. And they're fantastic. And like I said, just because you buy a Bushmaster lower does not mean that Bushmaster, I don't even know if Bushmaster makes barrels. Or I can use it, maybe they do, maybe it's a different company. you know, whoever. But just because you're buying MMP or a Bushmaster does not mean the upper was made by them. All this stuff is all parted out and shipped. The only thing they do is they get their name stamped on the side and sell more because people, you know, are misinformed. But the name on the side, and again, this is my opinion only, is not important. Like I said, there are certain little tolerances, little differences here and there. You go with a popular brand. Of course, you can't go wrong with Bushmaster. DPMS, fantastic. Delton, very, very good. Those are three of the more common ones I'm aware of. Spike's Tactical, I think they're a newer company. They make a ton of nice stuff. I own one of their lowers. But the point being, I own probably 9 different types of lowers, and I couldn't complain about one of them. So that'll be it for this video. Stay tuned and try to answer some more of the questions. Thanks, guys, for your amount.